racing right now.
He's got traction, he's got everything outside of both of them! Maloney!
Oh, he's taking Anderson! Anderson's up top!
Oh my God! Oh! Big crash! Oh my goodness, half the field's gonna get rolled!
Sec's very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly.
Oh, there we go!
Oh no! That's massive! This is it! This is over! I can't believe this! Oh my God!
God, what?
Yeah, so we're using the VRS Direct Force Pro this year. We have a wheel adapter right here, so I'm using the rim I used last year. But the motor right here produces a lot of power, a lot of precision, and it helps me, just feel the car more, feel the car a lot quicker. Especially, this week we're at Sonoma. I can feel it, when it hits the curbs. Any little change in the car, the wheel reacts a lot quicker than your typical gear-driven or belt-driven wheel. For example, if you're on oval and the rear tires break loose, force feedback on it corrects a lot quicker than your typical wheels. There's no resistance pretty much as far as being able to make quick corrections on the wheel. So all that, paired with how precise the wheel itself is, it makes it to where it helps you as a driver, to find that extra hundredth or thousandths of a second. So when you're getting a direct drive wheel, especially the VRS wheel, it's heavy duty. It's got good weight to it, it's not a plastic toy. It feels like you can really beat up on it. A lot of people have issues with their plastic gear-driven wheels just kind of breaking after a couple years. This thing just feels like it can go forever. The forces are really strong where if you might have to let go of the wheel if you get into the wall. You can adjust all that with the settings on it and stuff, but the wheel itself doesn't play around. It's got way more strength than you could ever need, and that's what makes it good, that you can adjust that down to whatever the car needs. So initially you'll be able to get the controller box and the motor together, and eventually you will be able to add a rim onto that option. They'll also be including a button plate on it to put on the rim to have all sorts of different buttons and functionality. Also, pedals are coming, so that's a pretty big deal as well. Hasn't been covered too much, but the goal is to also have pedals to go along with the Direct Force Pro. So that's pretty exciting. The wheel feels good. It feels very much like a real world steering wheel. You just kind of feel like what you would imagine the car to feel like. A real steering wheel in a car is very smooth, it's very direct, very quick, and that's what this wheel feels like.
Alright guys, hello and welcome to round 7 of the V8 Supercar America Series right here on Sim Speed. My name is JD Smith. With me tonight is Kane Kraft. Kane, welcome to the show. Let's get ready for some fun racing right here in Detroit.
Gotta say, being out of iRacing for 5 years and coming back just to watch these last 6 races, I have never seen this track. And after last week, seeing the street circuit for the first time, now coming here to this one this week, I think we're going to have an excellent race. Again, another race full of excitement.
Lots of new things, Kane, and like we said, a second street circuit, second week in a row tonight at Detroit Grand Prix at Belle Isle. Looking at a 3.78 kilometer, 2.35 mile track. And yes, this will be new for both of us. However, if we have anything to feed off of like last week, we're in for a treat tonight. We got a great field of cars coming as we have a little look at the track tonight. Great footage on the screen for you guys provided by Jake Kennedy there. 14 turns on this one, Kane. It says opened in 1992. Pit speed 60 kilometers per hour. Feels funny saying that for the Americans, us Americans. Yeah, 35 miles per hour. Thanks, that helps a lot. And just a great little circuit here tonight. I'm looking at a great field of cars, so you guys that are here watching live with us tonight are in for a great treat. And I'm getting ready for a big race. We're going to have qualifying coming at you in just a moment as the guys are getting a feel for the track.
Let's take a look at the points here. These are the actual correct points. After round 6 from last week, Corey Shepard is in that number 1 spot. Brian Borg second. James Fast Enough in third. Vincent Skillbeck fourth. Raymond 2 fifth. Kenneth Latter in sixth, just ahead of Tony Klusserman. We've got some great points battles here in the top 8. Of course, just a couple points separate first and second. About 60 points down to third, and that gets pretty close from there on down.
Yeah, racing left to go in this season, and of course, Kane, as you know as well as I do, we have 4 drop rounds for these guys. So as we get closer to the end of our season, the more obvious and the clearer picture it'll paint as we get closer towards the end of the season. We'll really be able to tell those point standings as they are a little more accurate the further you go.
Do want to thank everybody for watching, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or even Twitch. We appreciate you guys tuning in to watch the VA Supercars America Series. Let's talk about what the VA Supercars America Series is, just in case you happen to run into this series and want to know how you can join. This is just the regular Friday night strength of field race. It's on American servers, and so we call it the VA Supercars America Series. It's just the iRacing official series, Friday night strength of field here in the Americas time slot. So just join the iRacing race here at 9:15 Central, 10:15 Eastern on a Friday night, and you're in. The points are calculated on Thursday nights and Friday nights. They got what they call the sportsman race on Thursday, which is more welcoming to the newcomers and the novice drivers. And then Fridays is when all the big dogs show up. All the real fast guys will show up on Friday nights to race for the big points.
And if you guys are checking us out on YouTube, just remember you always can go back. Each week is archived there. You can go back and catch up on all the action through thus far. This is round 7, so you have 6 previous races to watch. We've had some extremely great, thrilling races through the first half of the season. We start the second half tonight here at Detroit at Belle Isle. And right now we're about 2.5 minutes left in qualifying. And as always, Kane, I think it's so important to get that top spot, or even not only just the pole, but getting up on the inside row has always been important to me. So we'll see how these guys do. Right now, Corey Shepard is on top of the charts. He's on the potential pole. And if you guys have watched, Corey Shepard has had a remarkable season. He has won back-to-back races. We didn't get to see him last week, so with him returning this week, he's my favorite to win the race tonight. Kane, will be interesting to see if he's able to do so.
Yeah, a couple drivers here in the server tonight, I think, got a pretty good chance, but I kind of got to agree. I think Corey Shepard is probably the one that's got the highest chances of victory. But, man, there's some good drivers in the server tonight. So it is going to be Sam Devantier is back. We haven't seen him for a couple weeks. He's going to probably be battling there for that top spot. And then we've got James Chastanoff and Vincent Skillbeck, who have been contenders all season long for some of those top spots.
I tell you what, I think we need to start bringing some Vegas odds into the V8 Supercar America Series. We could get a little pool going on the side here. Get some good betting odds for some races. I'm just
I was trying to actually think of that kind of terminology whenever I was saying that Corey Shepard, got the chances. I was trying to think of the words that an actual professional broadcaster would use, but I couldn't think of any.
Right now on your screen, getting a look at a very Miami Vice-esque livery there of Sam Devantier. And let's take a look at how we are looking for the start of tonight's race. And as the guys do get finished up here at the Detroit circuit, and as soon as we get that ready, I'll go ahead and call that out. Here is tonight's starting grid. On the front row, it is your pole sitter, Corey Shepard, with a 128.4. Brett Loxton on the outside of that front row. Hayden Veld and Ben Morris in the second row. In the third row tonight, it'll be Brian Borg and Logan Barnett. As we move back to row 4, it'll be Ricky Roya and Sam Devantier. Row 5 will consist of James Chastanoff and Sebastian Tixier. Vincent Skilbeck and David Kirby in the 6th row. And as we continue on in row 7, we have Bruce Tannick and Raymond 2. Row 8 will be Simon Hedersheed and Michael Neville. In row 9, it'll be Luke Grundell and Andrew Ritchie. And looking back at the final row tonight, it'll be Miro Aratsky and Roy Clark. And that will be our 20-car field for round 7 right here at Detroit. This road circuit is going to be fantastic with beautiful weather conditions for tonight's race. Taking a look, Kane, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, 16 mile per hour winds, and a track temperature at 75 degrees. It does not get any better than that. Beautiful conditions. All we have to worry about now is just racing, and that is exactly what we're about to do. The guys will be getting gridded up here, and let's get ready for some racing. Round 7 action right here on Sim Speed. As we wait for the lights to light up here and the engines to rev, let's get ready for some Supercars action right here on Sim Speed.
Looks like just one more car to grid up, and we should be ready to get this show on the road.
Yes, Kane, just waiting for that signal. And I believe we are all but ready. And you hear it, guys. Revs are up. Let's go racing. Round 7 V8's America Series underway. Oh, this could get hairy down into turn 1. So far, so good. Guys coming through. Corey Shepard out to a good start. There's a little bit of contact. A great save, though. A little bit of contact into the wall as well as we get sorted out here at the very start of the race. Let's get another look. We got another car going round and round and see who got spun out there. That looks like Vincent Skilbeck. It was behind him, so that driver is Simon Hedersheed, and that is unfortunate for him. He looks like he's still going to remain okay, though. Great side-by-side action early in this one right now as the 307 machine coming around. Great onboard footage. That's David Kirby you're looking from right now. Started 12th, currently in 10th. He grabbed 2 quick spots. You see a car in the back there got turned around as we have more trouble. That is the number 5 visible Ford Mustang of Ben Morris. And lots of action here early on the first lap.
Seems like everybody's gotten kind of single file now. Maybe it's settled down here a little bit. This is going to be a tough track, so we might see quite a bit of action here this weekend.
Yeah, loads of action early right now. Great onboard footage there from James Chastanoff. Currently 7th. He's able to move up 2 spots early in this one. And already loads of action with only not even the first lap barely complete. So as we get ready to start the second lap here, it is Corey Shepard who leads the way, and right behind him in second place, it looks like that'll be Brett Loxton. That was your starting front row, and it's not as big of a gap as we've seen in some weeks past between first and second. So Mr. Brett Loxton is somebody to keep our eye on as he's staying right up there with our leader. Also Logan Barnett in the picture as well in the Sydney Computers Commodore.
We just had a question on YouTube wanting to know what the track temp was, so I was just going to answer that real quick. Side-by-side footage up on the screen right now. Awesome job from our director, Jay Kennedy. Track temp 75 degrees here at Belle Isle tonight, this afternoon in the sim.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful weather. It does not get any nicer than this. 75 degrees. This is the track temperature. And this is phenomenal side-by-side footage. Your replay on the right side and on the left, we have your live footage as we get a look at that spin around from the start of the race. All right, looks like an opportunity for a pass right here. You're going to see a run down on the inside. Let's see if he can make this pass happen. He's going to get the nose down in there. Can he make it stick? That's Sam Devontier trying to make things happen as he wants to move up another spot. Let's see if he can make it. Great. I love the onboard footages. It gives you that driver perspective, and you're seeing exactly what Sam Devontier is seeing as he tries to move up this spot. And right in front of him, that's David Kirby. And as you know, David Kirby in the 307. We got another car coming up behind them as just moved up another spot. Let's see who that is, as I was watching David Kirby in the 307 Sim Racing Commodore, and that is Luke Grundell. So Luke Grundell in the picture as well, as this has turned into a 3-car battle. And right behind them, it is Raymond 2. So a lot of stuff going on early in this one. We have loads of racing. Trouble on the track, Kane. We just talked about him. David Kirby in the wall. Let's see if we can get another look at that with a replay. The 307 Sim Racing machine is stuck against the wall. Is he going to be able to get it back going? He can. I was worried about it maybe having to tow it. Let's look at the VRS replay. AC got him on a little bit on the curb there. No problem. Everything looking good through this point. And then, just
Ouch.
Just loads of speed through that turn and was not able to get the car turned and just flat out ran into the wall. Unfortunate for David Kirby, and that is not the way he wanted to see this race going on lap 3. Now on lap 4, let's see continuing as hopefully the guys can settle down, but I don't want them to. I want this to stay just white knuckle racing. What great view right there from the EMU Sim Racing machine of James Chastanope. He is working on holding off. That is Sebastian Tixier. I think it's Teixeira, but I'm not sure. I think it's Sebastian Teixeira. And yeah, great footage.
You are so much better at those names than I am. I would have never guessed that one.
I don't know if I'm better or if I just am good at making it sound like it's right. I hope it's right. There's no guarantee. And if I do mispronounce a name, it is truly apologies. There's no offense intended at all.
So the closest battle on the track right now looks like it's probably the 19 car. That's going to be for position number 10. Luke Grundell is in that half-second mark to Sam Devontier in the 9th spot. Several good battles like that. Sebastian battling with James Chastanope. And there's even one with Roy Clark back in the very back end of the field.
Yeah,
so several good battles.
Yeah, Chasty working right now. He's wanting to get around Bruce Tannick, and it looks like he may have an opportunity to do so in just a moment. Bruce Tannick in the Mag and Turbo Commodore, the number 13 car. And you know Chastanope would love to get up around him and move up another spot. We'll see if he'll get that chance here in just a moment. Big braking zone here. And later that could be a good passing opportunity. That little spot right there. And just behind those guys, you got another 3-car run with Raymond 2 with Luke Grundell and Sam Devontier. That continues to be a nice little run with those guys. And then, of course, behind them it is Andrew Ritchie and Ricky Roya.
Ricky Roya, that driver right at the beginning off the start that had that huge slide and was able to save it and get right back into the race. Excellent save right off the start of this race.
Yeah, that was a beautiful save from the number 10 Mag and Turbo Commodore. He really kept that thing. It could have been so much worse. And because of that, he is able to stay competitive. He's going to actually look for a passing opportunity here, thinks twice about it as he tucks back in the streamline. But yeah, that was a big moment for him early in the race. You know, things get hectic quick early, and he was able to tuck that car, keep it out of the wall, and he is, because of that, he's able to stay mighty competitive and there's still a lot of racing left in this one. We are on lap 6 of 29 tonight. 29 laps is what we're running, and so plenty of time in this one. One thing we did not discuss, Kane, was the pit window situation, and I'm not sure what that is, so I'll be interested. I'll see if I can find that out for us. And look at this, down on the inside, the Mag and Turbo Machine going to try to make the pass. I don't know if he's going to get enough speed for it to stick. It was a good opportunity, but in the end, it was not enough as Ricky Roya tries to make it around Andrew Ritchie, but a great job there from Andrew Ritchie and the EMU Commodore to hold off that spot.
An excellent job as well from Jake Kennedy.
Oh,
Whoa!
big contact between the two. I was too busy looking at the race distance and pit window, which is between 7 and 22, and you saw it right there. Big contact from good racing between both of these guys. And look at that right there, as it will be Andrew Ritchie making it. Ricky Roya is trying so hard to get around him. Those two are going to give us a show.
They did last week. If you remember that great battle, Ricky Roya and who the heck else was that he was battling with all race long last week?
Don't know off the top of my head, but we're about to see it again here in just a second as Ricky Roya is got his sights in. He is sighted in and ready. He's got the target up, and that target is Andrew Ritchie there in the number 15 EMU machine. And quite a bit of damage there on the right side, on the driver's side there of Andrew Ritchie's car. And of course a little bit on behind him on Ricky Roya's car from that incident early in the race. Luke Grundell trying to make a move on Sam Devantier, but Devantier's getting a good little run. For a second there, it looked like there was going to be an opportunity for a pass, but Devantier able to break away and get a little bit of breathing room.
Back behind him, Raymond too, having another good, solid race so far. This has been several weeks in a row where he gets up there really racing with these guys.
Man, Kane, the battle. Oh, locked the tire up there. I thought he was going to lose it. Right now, the battle for second, or is it third? Excuse me, as I messed that up. That's Logan Barnett and Hayden Veld. A fantastic battle for third place right now going on between these two. And once again, fantastic onboard footage right here as you see how close these guys are getting into that. That was light contact with the wall, if any.
This track looks so amazing on board. Those onboard shots are just so cool here.
Yeah, they look fantastic. And right now, Logan Barnett doing a fantastic job in the Sydney Computers Commodore, able to hold off a hard-pressing Hayden Veld in the number 16 Holden. So we'll see those two continue on. Behind them, it is Brian Borg, who's kind of out in the open there. And the Racecraft Mustang, he's in a good little position here because he's not have anybody to worry about. He can focus on just remaining running his race. He's racing the track right now, not worried about any other guys, because you've seen it as good as I do, Kane. When these guys get in these heavy battles, it actually can slow lap times up. A lot of people don't realize that when you battle somebody really tight and you got a good race going on, it can slow your lap times down compared to if you're out just running by yourself and focused and running hot laps around this bad boy.
Yeah, and this track lends itself to smaller little pack racing from what somebody much smarter than me told me throughout the week, that they tend to bunch up in little packs here at this track. So that's kind of what we're seeing.
Waiting for a big opportunity right now as we continue to keep an eye on the battle between these two fellas. Just a reminder, your leader is your pole sitter, Corey Shepard. He continues to lead the way in the number one Mr. Antenna Ford Mustang. And behind him it is Brett Loxton. And then, of course, the battle that you're looking at on screen right now between Logan Barnett and Hayden Veld. And Veld is looking like he is hungry. He wants this position. Obviously, this is a podium position. He wants it. He wants it now. And I'm looking for him to jump out here and make a jump any moment. boy, just continue. This is a fantastic job by both drivers, both Logan Barnett and Hayden Veld. Both putting on quite the show for us right now, as both guys running very good laps. Nice, clean, making it look easy. Also taking a look at the battle a little bit further back with James Chastanoff. And that three-car battle has been going at it really since the drop of the green flag, and it does continue. That is the battle for 7th place, as you see right there on the right side. And loving the split screen action. Want to thank Jay Kennedy for doing a remarkable job bringing us this outstanding footage, as it really does make a huge difference in the broadcast. As we look at it, Hayden Veld going to look down on the inside. He's going to try to make some things happen. Oh, he did. Oh, man. I thought he was going to make it happen a minute ago, Kane, and boy. Let's see if it continues. He's going to get another chance here in a minute if he can continue. I don't know if you've noticed, but Brian Borg has really closed the gap here, Kane. He's coming up on Hayden Veld as well. So as these two continue to fight for 3rd place, keep your eye on Brian Borg, who has caught these guys. And momentarily, we could have a 3-car battle for a podium position. Boy, with all this racing going on like this, it is hard to believe it's already lap 10 of 29. The pit window is open, although no takers that I'm aware of so far. So we will keep you guys posted on pit road situation as it becomes available. Continuing to watch another 3-car battle. That is the one with James Chastanoff just a little bit further back, as he is trying to make it around Bruce Tannick. Bruce Tannick holding it down right now as he leads the 3-car trio here. And the Mag and Turbo, number 13, Commodore, able to hold this position, and that is the 6th position. And boy, these guys are doing just I mean, this is incredible racing. And now James Chastanoff's got to be concerned, because behind him, he has got Sebastian Techet coming up fast. That is the number 8 car, and he is really putting on the pressure in the RK Simulations Ford Mustang. The Racecraft Ford Mustang, rather.
And I am just totally surprised at the great racing at this track. I did not expect it, and there is great racing all over this
look
field.
on the inside.
Whoa.
There's some big trouble for James Chastanoff. His contact is made, and that is some pretty big damage to the EMU Mustang. Let's see what a better look at that. Let's see if we can get another replay. Take a look at the virtual racing school replay and see if we can get a better view of what happened. There was light contact. I didn't have a really good angle on it when it happened live, so let's take a good look at this. I mean, this is 3 guys battling hard, and we're going to see Techet look down on the inside. Actually, it wasn't even Techet's. It wasn't nobody's fault there, but Chastanoff got loose, and I don't know if he took too much speed through the corner. This onboard footage is going to help us a lot here. You see him getting on the brakes, and he slides. Oh,
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of net code contact there. Sometimes when the Australians are raced on the American servers, it kind of miscalculates a little bit, causes what they call a net code bump, and that could have been it, but kind of looked like he just kind of missed his braking point. But my guess is there might have been a little bit of net code there.
yeah, unfortunately, that's probably something we'll never know. It is unfortunate for James Chastanoff, though. Had a wonderful race through this point, and we will have to take a look now, as we'll have another look here in just a second. Let's take a look at the right side of your screen. You're looking at a replay of Ben Morris in the visible machine. Let's see what's going on with him as you see him spinning around and contact into the tire wall, Kane.
What in the heck caused that? Like he pulled the parking brake. Oh, he blew the motor.
Yeah, that is a blown motor, and you can see the little poof of smoke. If not, maybe you might be able to even hear it.
Yeah, that locked it right up, and around he went.
So unfortunate there for Ben Morris, as more trouble here at Belle Isle here at Detroit. Look right here, and we're taking a good look right here down on the inside. As you see, the racecraft car not going to be able to do it. Wow. That is Brian Borg working hard right now. Let's see if he's going to make this time. He'll get around. Nope. Great side-by-side action. He's not going to be able to make that pass on the outside, but as he crisscrosses to the inside, we'll see if he can make it happen. Brian Borg is looking for some daylight. He wants to make that. A little bit of contact there. And oh no, that contact causes an incident. We're going to have to back that up and take another look at that. The racecraft car, number 2 car, Brian Borg, looks like caused a little bit of contact that ended up resulting into an incident there. Let's see if we can go back, take the VRS replay, and find out exactly what just happened, as it was some incredible side-by-side racing going on right there. And you see he comes across the front end a little bit. Was there? That's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think he came across in front, and I think Borg just had no choice. He was just right there.
That is a tough scenario right there. A great footage right there. That shows it right there. You see there was like some temporary damage to the hood, and it modeled it on there. But once again, regardless of the cause, the damage is done, and that is a tough break, and I hate to see that, because those guys were putting on quite a show. All right, guys, down pit road, you see Hayden Veld heading down pit road, also Sebastian Touche. And we talked about that pit window a little bit earlier, and now you are seeing it here on lap 14 of 29 as we have some guys headed down pit road, putting fresh tires on and getting ready to head back out. And it's about what you expect right here, almost pretty much directly in the halfway point at the race. So since we are pretty much at the halfway point during the race, I want to tell everybody out there, if you're watching live on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. If you guys would do us a favor and give us the like on YouTube, that would be such a huge help for Kane and myself and this series that we really love and want to support this series. And look at his Simon header sheet there. Some massive damage to the front end of that Holden. And let's take another look, guys, as he made some contact into the wall, I believe. Let's take another look. And you see as he came across the start-finish line right there, and everything was looking good. Now guys are coming off pit road back there, so oh man, oh, big contact.
Who was that was tangled up with him?
I am not 100% sure. Now you're looking on board from Hayden Veld. Let's see, as there was contact between the two right there, and that was Hayden Veld. So wow, Hayden Veld was way up there too in the standings tonight. I believe he was running third.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even intentional. He just got kind of squirrely there himself and ended up into him. So, man, that was a tough break for both those guys.
All right, guys, so as we head back live, oh, wait, before we go back live, we're going to look again. There's Brett Loxton. Now, Brett started in second place and was running up there having a great race. And unfortunately, you see that back end get loose coming around, and he has big contact with the wall. So we've seen this a couple times tonight, guys, already. Getting the car loose, maybe a little locking the brakes a little up, going in a little heavy. And that's very unfortunate because Brett was way up there in the standings.
Man, that's going to move Brian Borg up into the second spot. 21 seconds away from leader Corey Shepard. Corey Shepard proving that just keeping your car clean is one way to get out in front and lead a race.
Now, obviously, it's a lot of racing left in this one, but I want to toot my own horn for a second and say that I believe Corey Shepard is the safe bet call. As I like to do the picks before the race, and it's just fun. And so if he does win, next week I can't pick him again because that's just crazy. Sam Devontier down on pit road, and also Raymond 2, he's down on pit road as well as he comes out of his box. As the guys cycle through pit stops here, we'll get another great look at our field and where they stand. Look at this coming out with Sam Devontier going to come out. He's going to be in front of Hayden Veld there. Hayden Veld started third. He's currently in 8th as we saw the replay a moment ago with his troubles. And let's see if he can rebound in this one. There is 14 laps to go. Hayden Veld obviously has pace. So as long as the car doesn't have too much damage to it and it drives okay, I believe he can make some of that ground back. Now, not all of it, I don't think, but he can make a good chunk of it back. He's going to be looking right here, Kane, to get around Sam Devontier, and let's see if he's able to work to get around him quickly. He doesn't want to stay behind him too long if he wants to try to get back some of this track position. Boy, really, 4 cars starting to stack up here as we get another look. There's Corey Shepard, your race leader, heading out of pit road right now. And, you know, he has just been phenomenal this season. And good look at Brian Borg, who's now currently in 2nd place. He's heading down and taking care of his pit stop. And right now, Logan Barnett currently running in 2nd as the guys are cycling through pit stops. And let's see, I have to see if I can get a look at who is left to pit, and then I'll know kind of where we stand.
Vincent Skillbeck, Brett Loxton, and Ben Morris is out of the race, I think. But those are the ones that haven't hit.
So Skillbeck, as he is down pit road right now, that should cycle us through on pit stops.
Yeah, I think header sheet is the only one left.
Well, that is good news, but that gives us a great look. Look at this right now. This battle with Sam Devontier and Veld continues to impress. And right now, I'm amazed that Sam Devontier has been able to hold this spot down. A little bit of contact there with Veld getting into the wall just a tad.
Yeah, and same, just as good of a battle right behind those guys with Luke Rundell and Rico Roya. So we got battles all over the place. Here, a little bit of contact. There is a car on the wall. It looked like Brian Borg.
Oh, no.
Straight into the wall.
That's not good. That's Bruce Tannick. That's actually Bruce Tannick right there.
Oh.
And, yeah, that is unfortunate for him. As he
I just seen the blue. I thought it was Brian Borg.
Yeah, very similar paint scheme on Brian Borg. And really, if you look at all, Corey Shepard has that blue and white Mr. Antenna Ford Mustang. It's very similar to Brian Borg's Racecraft Simulations Mustang. And then also, like we just mentioned just a moment ago, with Bruce Tannick and the Mag and Turbo Holden. And there's also another driver, a teammate of his on the track with the same paint scheme, and that is actually Ricky, I'm gonna mess it up, Ricky Roya. Sorry, Ricky. I want to say Rico Roya, but it's Ricky Roya. And right now, Ricky Roya, he's wanting to get around Luke Grundell, and then in front of them, another great battle for position is Hayden Veld and Sam Devontier. So a lot of good things happening around the track, even with some of the troubles that we've had, Kane. There's a lot of great stuff happening around the track. Here we go. Veld going to look to make the move on Devontier. He's got the inside big contact, and we got him crashing all the way down the field. Oh, my goodness. Let's see if the other two can make it through. No more contact made, and big troubles here with 11 laps to go in round 7. And let's look at this craziness. We got side-by-side racing right now. Down the inside, it's Veld, and they're going to continue this thing. And the Mag and Turbo Commodore able to get around this Craziness. Just insane racing going on right now with 11 to go. We have got to get the replay out. Let's take another look at this incredible racing going on. This was just madness. And you see right now, Sam Devantier is on the inside, and you see Veld there. Contact was made. Both cars get pretty heavy damage. We're spinning and flipping, and bam, more big contact. And then we saw more contact as other traffic was trying to make it through the wreck, and it just continued. Yeah, there you see Bruce Artanic, and oh man, just wild. 11 laps to go, guys. Once again, I want to thank you guys for joining us here tonight. A great little look here at the battle for 5th place with Luke Grundell. And he is holding it down for the moment. Right in front of Luke Grundell, it is Bruce Tanek, and then in front of him, it is Hayden, Veld, and Ricky Roya. As we got the field shook up just a little bit after those incidents from earlier.
I am surprised that Luke Grundell machine is able to compete as well as it is with that damage, because that was pretty serious impact.
Now, Kane, you may have to fill me in on this, and it may just be my brain forgetting exactly what happened, but Brett Loxton, who started on the outside of our front row tonight, he is on pit road right now, unlikely to return anytime soon. He has got massive repairs going on to his his number 3 car, and behind him, Sam Devantier, also Sebastian Taché. I mean, we've had some really big incidents tonight, but it is a big one there for Brett Loxton, who obviously had a very fast car. Well, no, Brett Loxton is on the track.
Yeah, he just now went back out on the track.
Okay, so he's back. I got it. Okay. Yeah, he's back out. Obviously, for as fast as he has been, it's sad to see what happened with him falling back. He's trying to get around David Kirby as he comes up on the rear there of the 307 Sim Racing Commodore there. And we're on board right now with Raymond 2. Raymond 2 looking ahead to Andrew Ritchie in the EMU Mustang. And then in front of them, Luke Grundell and James Chastanoff. So you got both EMU cars right here, one in 9th and one ahead. James Chastanoff, I believe, up to 7th now. And we've got 9 laps to go. Boy, what a fun one this week, Kane. Lots of action in this race. It's continuing to entertain. And
a driver worth mentioning is 2nd place Logan Barnett. He's got some pretty significant damage to the car, but he's held the car up in 2nd place. He's running decent laps. He's about 4.8 seconds ahead of Brian Borg. That's a potential for Brian. He just lost it.
No, and that is the commentator curse at its worst. Oh, that is unfortunate, Kane. Oh,
man,
such
this
a
track
tough break.
has just been so tough.
Raymond 2 right now going side by side with Luke Grundell. Those two continuing to go at it, and it looks like 2 has got it held down. And a moment ago, we did see a pass. I didn't want to jump in the middle of great commentating there from you, Kane. But we had another position there as Andrew Ritchie, I believe, moved up a spot, or was that Chastanoff? I got the EMUs. I think it was Ritchie that moved up another spot while that was going on. So we got loads of action continuing here, and we are 8 to go in this one. And you got your replay on the right of the pass that I mentioned just a second ago. As we look there, as that was a great job there from Andrew Richard making it around Luke Grandel. Boy, what a race!
What a race. Brian Borg, you owe me $20. That commentator curse get you into second place.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Jeez, I hate it when that happens. Start talking about somebody and then they have an incident.
Yeah, that always hurts. I mean, it makes you feel bad, even though you know you really didn't do anything. But it's just
right. But this has been a tough track. I guess tires are pretty tough here. These guys, the longer they go, the slipperier they get. We see Chestnut getting just a little bit slippery there, so he's got no rear wing to add downforce there on the rear end, so that might be why he's a little extra slippery.
And James Chastanov, currently in 7th place, wants to make it around Tannic there. That is the battle for 6th place underway with 7 to go. And really, we've seen a lot of good things out of James Chastanov this season. I'm really impressed with the season in general. This has been a great season to come back after a 5-year hiatus, and I have really thoroughly enjoyed what we have seen each week here on the V8's America Series. And this is just the start of the second half, so even if it's your first race with us, go back, check out some of the amazing races we've already had this season. They're all there on the SimSpeed YouTube. Check them out, give them a watch, leave a comment, and really enjoy just the great racing that is there.
It has been a great season. There hasn't been a boring race this whole season.
There really hasn't. It really, we're not just saying that. It has been one entertaining week after the next, and tonight is no different. It is completely, other than our leader leading since the drop of the green flag, I mean, Corey Shepard, but that is not to his fault. He has just ran a phenomenal race. He's just making it look easy, that's all.
Yeah, we're going to have to start mandating him race in reverse or something. He is just so fast.
Yeah, he's putting down some impressive races. Like I said, we didn't get to see him last week, but the last 3 weeks we've seen him, he's won. And then, of course, if he wins tonight.
So, Header Sheet finally pitted after all this time.
Well, he's going to have him some mighty fast or mighty fine grip for the rest of the race then, because with 6 to go, he's going to have loads of grip. Yeah, that I didn't think. He's got a lot of damage, Kane. I didn't think about that. He's got a lot of damage, so yeah, that just popped in my head. Yeah, a little voice in my head known as the race director, or the production guy there, aka Jay Kennedy. I want to thank him for doing a remarkable job with tonight's broadcast, guys, as the beautiful pictures on your screen are provided by him. He does a wonderful job, the best in the business, and it shows. 5 to go, Kane. We are winding down in this one. We are winding down. And James Chastano still looking ahead, wants to get around Bruce Tannic. And Tannic doing a pretty swell job there in the Mag-N Turbo Commodore of maintaining his position.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Miro Rasky. We haven't mentioned him all race long, and he's having a rough race this week. He's back in the 15th spot. Car looks pretty rough, but he's sticking with it, still racing. So just thought I'd give a mention in there. I think we've mentioned all the drivers here tonight, but I don't recall mentioning him. So good job sticking with the race, even through the hardships of the damage and being back in that 15th spot.
Yeah, the max speed Mustang having a tough time out there tonight. And Chastity wanting to make things happen. The EMU Ford trying to make it around the Mag Turbo Commodore. Classic Holden Ford battle on track. And make it happen. Make it happen. I want to see it. I want to see some side-by-side action. We've seen them. We've seen them on their lid this year. We've seen them sideways. We've seen them passing back and forth. And we got 4 laps left in this one. Let's see it, boys. And as I say that, Bruce Tannick starting to break away just a little bit there, breaking this battle up. So that is a great job from Bruce Tannick. And the number 13 Commodore able to break away momentarily. All right, we got us a replay up on your screen right now. Taking a look at David Kirby. And right behind him looks like your race leader. Oh no, locked him up.
Yeah, it looked like he was just going to try to figure out a way to get out of the way and just kind of maybe like a panic braked or something and just kind of lost it a little bit. But no harm, no foul.
I do want to say something, though. If you're watching this from a purely spectator point of view and you have not been on the sim on this track, this is a difficult track. It's not as easy as it looks, and I know we've seen some incidents tonight, but these guys are fantastic. I'm telling you right now, this is a very difficult track. The street circuits are very difficult in general, but when you get in these cars, it adds another level of difficulty and the skill level needed to go out here, nonetheless, just put laps down, but to put some of the times up there that some of our front runners are doing. It takes a lot of skill. These guys are good at what they do. Oh man, look at this, Kane. We had some back traffic there, and that could have been very problematic, but a good job there for both James Chastanoff and Bruce Tannick, to get through that. That could have got real hairy real fast.
Those guys having a heck of a battle there for that 6th spot rather.
Yeah, we are 3 laps to go, so in just 2 laps time, that white flag will be waving. And we'll be getting ready to call the final lap in round 7. Boy, it's been a fast. I feel like we have flown through these 7 weeks.
We have. It's really went so fast.
It has. We took 5 years off. That's a little bit longer than a normal break. But boy, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting myself here, but I love the aerial footage right now on your screen. Contact in the wall there at the end of that. You saw behind our 2-car battle, and a tough break there for Miro Rotsky there as he got into the wall, but the car's still going, so he's still in there. 2 to go, Kane. 2 to go in this one. Can James Chastanoff make it around Bruce Tannick? He's got 2 laps left. Can he make it happen? The Ford Mustang is trying everything it can to get around this fast Holden in front of him, and let's see if he can do it. He's gotten back up within a car length, about a car length and a half, and let's see if he can make it run.
Yeah, I can't think of another driver that's ended up in so many battles as Chastanoff. He's always in these battles right up to the end like this in his EMU machine.
EMU or EMU. I say EMU all the time in this EMU.
My uncle used to raise emus. They raise them for the oil or something and make lipstick or, I don't know, some kind of chapstick out of it or something.
Blue emu.
Right, yeah. The NASCAR sponsors. Yeah.
Taking a look now as we are on our final lap, guys. Let's take a good long look at Corey Shepard. I feel he's deserved it. He was your pole sitter. He has done nothing but impress since the drop of the green flag. And the number one Mr. Antenna Ford Mustang deserves this camera time, as it is another spectacular performance from the Premier Sim Racing member, Corey Shepard. Beautifully done. He really does make it look easy. This is not an easy feat, what he has done. And he's done it several times this year. This week, no different, as he is really impressing out there and having a remarkable season. And if he continues this beautiful run, he should have no problem coming away victorious here in week 7. So here it is, guys. You see it right now. Number 1, Mr. Antenna Ford Mustang. He will come around, should come around, and win this one. Corey Shepard, congrats to you. Oh, and there's problems. That's Luke Grundell. As you see him trying to straighten out the car, problems back there for him. As we cut back to our leader, as we watch him get ready, he will come across and he will officially win round 7 here at Belle Isle, Detroit. Beautiful job there from Corey Shepard. Let's take a look now at the battle for 6th place. Can Chastanoff make the pass happen? I don't know if he's going to be able to get it done, as it looks like Bruce Tanek has this 6th place spot on lock. It's been fun to watch. Boy, Chastanoff got a lot of curve back there, but he's right there in this thing. Can he make it final turn? Can he make it happen? No! And he will finish 7th. And that is, whoa, nice side footage there, and a beautiful spark off the wall there as you see these guys coming across in style. I love it. Fantastic. Oh man, look at this.
Chastanoff got it.
Oh, he gets it. Oh, contact into the wall there late in this one. Chastanoff is going to get it. That's crazy.
He had to have been so frustrated that slow car ended up getting him.
Let's take another look. You're on board with James Chastanoff. Let's watch exactly. You had the lap traffic in front, and you see right there. Oh, it's not lap traffic. I am sorry. Yeah, no, that is legitimate. That is legitimate. And oh boy, just what a finish. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was Hayden Veld. Yeah,
that wasn't, he just had a really rough lap that lap, and was just, they were just catching up to Hayden Veld. And but he wasn't even near Veld when he lost the rear end like that.
He wasn't.
It had nothing to do with Hayden Veld.
Wow.
But man, that was a great race.
Incredible. Let's get ready to show you guys our final rundown on tonight's race. Let's take a look here as we wrap up week 7. All right, guys, you already saw your winner, Corey Shepard. He takes the checkered flag. Behind him, it was Brian Borg. And our final spot on the podium goes to Logan Barnett. Ricky Roya, look at this, coming across in 4th place. Hayden Veld, it rounds out the top 5. And, of course, you just saw it. James Chastanoff ends up getting that 6th place spot that he fought so hard for. Bruce Tanek in 7th. Andrew Ritchie, 8th, 9th, Raymond 2. And rounding out our top 10 is Vincent Skilbeck. As we move on back, in 11th, we have Luke Grundell and David Kirby in 12th. 13th is Roy Clark, followed by 14th with Miro Ratsky. Simon Hederscheid is 15th. Britt Loxton, 16th. Sam Devantier, 17th. Sebastian Tichet, 18th. Our final 2 spots go to Michael Neville and Ben Morris. That is our 20-car field. And, guys, that is it. Round 7 is in the books. Let's take a look ahead to next week, when it looks like we'll be heading to none other than, you see it on your screen right now, Kane, the Bull, Austria. My friend, the Red Bull Ring. That is correct, Austria. that is going to be some fun racing. You see it right there. That's going to be next week. Same time, same place, right here on SimSpeed. What are your thoughts on next week?
I don't know a lot about that track either. This has been a season of new tracks for me, but my guess is it's going to be as good as the rest of the season has been, and it's going to be just as exciting.
Well, the trend should continue. We've seen spectacular racing all season long. Red Bull Ring is a remarkable circuit. If you've watched Formula One races there all the way to any GT3 car races, it is a remarkable circuit. It is a love. I love that track to death, and really look forward to bringing you guys action next week from Red Bull Ring. So thank you guys so much once again. Please give us a like and maybe a little share or something, or comment, just to ask us some questions. We'll be more than happy to answer them as we are broadcasting our race. This is a fun series. It is meant to be fun and for us to have a good time, as well as anybody that's here watching with us. So once again, we want to thank you guys for all that you do. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. So once again, I am JD Smith, Kane Kraft with me in the booth, and of course, Jay Kennedy. Thanks to him for an amazing broadcast. And we will see you guys next week from Austria. Y'all have a wonderful week. Y'all have a great night. See you next week.
This is fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction. He's got rid of the outside of both of them. Maloney.
Oh, he's taking Anderson. Anderson's up to
Oh my God! Big crash! Oh my goodness! Half the field's gonna get rolled.
Second very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly. Oh, there we go. Oh no! That's massive. This is it. This is over. I can't believe this. Oh my God.
God, what?